I've got all this old hardware. It's all steel. Lock washers. These are super hard steel. But the idea, I just wanted to talk a little bit about playing with found objects. When you get things that are the same, this might be obvious, but maybe not. The way I do is kind of just sit with them and play like, you know, rusty big boy Legos. And for example, you take these two flanges or what have you, these clips, mirror them, you know, they're identical, so you can get symmetry in many fashions. Same part, if I just mirror them, suddenly I've got this kind of cool looking building block. For example, here, you know, you could assemble it and you can gain symmetry like so. You could do something like this, or in this case, it could be welded like that, and suddenly then you have a straight platform, or meaning parallel to a tabletop. They could be staggered, you know. Here's kind of the general idea. To repurpose stuff, you know, metal, plastic, anything. If you sort of play with it, you can discover different ways. And that's even just maintaining the integrity of the piece itself. It's able to tell its story of its previous use or life or what have you. If you get a bucket of shit with the same things in them, group them and play with them, organize them. So just some thoughts. You know, scrap metal, a lot of it is really just cheap or can be found everywhere. It's discarded. Steel prices, at least in the United States, are pretty low. It's all going to China to be made into new things. But I think I'm interested in that because recycling and even cutting is great, but recycling takes, you know, to heat plastic, it takes the energy to grind it, it takes the energy to heat it and form it again. Beyond that, or on a larger scale, to pick it up, for the trucks to drive around, gather it, clean it, heat it, cut it. So, you know, it's just kind of cool when you could stay as close to what it was. I mean, then there's sacrifices, people would argue, beauty or all these things. But again, that's all opinion. Because I could cut and get all sorts of straight stock and bits and make this thing completely unrecognizable, which is cool too. I mean, you know, that's all in what you decide to do. I'm just showing you a little bit of how I play with junk when I get to sniff out a good haul and bring it to the bench and sit and play. So here we go. First project. I got more too. I need to think about it, but I'm gonna try these candlesticks. Look at this. Oh, it's tapping it. It happens to be the right size. So then you can load it up, add a new one, and boom. A little tension, set the mood. If your lady or significant other is into that, whoever you're into, you know what I mean? But I like to roll mine around on the bench and all the shavings because it cleans it off and looks like me. Make changing your candles a snap, if that was ever an issue. Alright, the dirty one might look like shit. Threaded wax. Alright, they work. Got a first date in the shop. Set the mood.